Today's sponsor is Audible.com, who has more than 180,000 audiobooks and spoken word audio products. Get a free audiobook of your choice at www.audibletrial.com/SBFVGS. Welcome to Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover episode 76. You're listening to the #1 video game podcast on the internet that features my best friends. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Redding. Joining me is Mike, the Platinum Plowboy Lopez.
What is a plowboy?
It's the agrarian version of the Platinum Playboy.
I like it very much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Platinum Plowboy. He
I
mans
like
the plow.
Yeah, I get it.
He's just farming those platinums, you know?
Yeah. That's good. It's a rugged nickname.
And that other voice you're hearing is David No Man's Swamp Tate.
What? Wait, is that about my base that's sunk into the ground?
Yeah.
Is that
all the kings told me it was death to build a base in the swamp.
Well, in my defense, it wasn't a swamp before the update, and then the update came out and changed every planet, and like my planet was totally different when I came back to it. Anyway, we'll talk about that later, I'm sure. Thank you for that introduction. Adam loves swapping discs in his PS4 Redding.
Oh, can't get enough.
You love it because that would you like to explain what that comes from? Do you know where that comes from?
Oh yeah, David was talking about how discs are stupid and everyone who uses physical media is lame and all that stuff, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. So. But Adam loves discs, and
I can't get enough.
He can't get enough. He'll never buy digitally so that he can because he likes the extra exercise of getting up and changing the disc.
I gotta stay fit, David.
Yeah,
I gotta stay fit. No, I was lamenting the loss of Amazon's 2-week period after a game comes out to still get the 20% off.
That sounds like a news item.
Yeah,
it does, but I don't think it's in the news, is it?
Oh,
I don't think it is in the news.
I think we jumped the gun on that one, but
yeah,
it's fine. No, it's fine. So they were lamenting the loss, and I chimed in. Well, I never buy them there anyway because I don't want crappy discs to have to unload and load.
Yeah, who wants 20% off? Who needs that when you're big city Tate?
What? But what is this, Mike? Mike, what is this? Is this like the 90s, where we have physical media? No, this is the 2017s, Mike.
Yeah, we're all walking around with Zunes.
We're all walking around.
I'll never need a disc again.
We don't have physical media anymore. No,
I love walking around with a big fat CD book full of PS4 games. You know, that's how I live my life.
Oh man!
The Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover podcast comes to you every fortnight, with each of us coming to the table to discuss one burning topic from the world of gaming. But first, what are you playing at?
Oh, we're back to what you're playing at, eh? Love. Hey, may I start? Because I have a lot to talk about.
No, I'm sorry. You're going to have to go last.
You have to go last, then.
Oh. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, so I was gone for a while, so I had a chance to play quite a few games.
Yeah.
I'm only going to talk about a couple of them, though.
How many of them were Just Dance 2016?
Oh, gosh, like 20%. So... we got that Assassin's Creed, I think it was Freedom Cry? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
I done beat that. It's not very long, but it did kind of scratch that itch.
How many hours would you say?
Hours. I don't know, maybe I don't know, 10.
Okay.
Maybe 15. I don't know. I spent a lot of time doing crazy pirate boat stuff. That was not necessary to forward the plot. But it's sort of the best part of those kind of games.
Yeah, I love that.
It scratched that itch that Black Flag had left.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping that whatever the other one that they made in the Black Flag engine, or I guess they're all in the same engine, but the direct sequel to Black Flag that only came out in PS3 and 360, I'm hoping they release that or make it backwards compatible so it can play it on Xbox One.
Wait, okay, hang on, I'm confused. There was a sequel to Black Flag.
Yes. So if you remember, Black Flag came out last gen and this gen consoles, and then they released another game. So they released the next wave of new games that came only to PS4. That was
Assassin's Creed 3?
Assassin's Creed Unity with the inverted
Unity.
face and the eyeball and teeth monsters.
Oh, that's right.
And so that was the next gen version, but at the same time they released one that was basically like more content, like a big fat DLC for Assassin's Creed 4, but it didn't call it a DLC. It was a full game, but it came only to last gen consoles. So I think that'd be cool. I still never played that one.
Yeah, I mean,
and then the one that they gave us is something else entirely.
That one's actually like a standalone DLC.
Yeah, it's actual standalone DLC for Assassin's Creed 4. So
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So also played a bunch of Super Motherload.
Okay.
That game's actually super fun. Like once you dig into, well, I didn't mean to do that, but I'm going to leave now.
What?
Yeah, no puns. No puns, Michael.
I'm sorry. So once you spend some time with it and you figure out it, just beyond like digging down and collecting minerals, but like getting the smelter and coming up with like combos of what to collect.
Oh, see, I missed your joke because I didn't know what Super Motherload was even about. I didn't know it was about digging.
Yeah, Mike really digs this game.
See,
I get it now.
See what I did?
Now that I know the premise, I get it.
Oh, man.
It's good now.
Yeah.
the good podcast we had once.
It is.
So I'm at the very end of that. I'm actually at the very, very end of the game. I just need to sit down and beat it. It'll take like 5 minutes. But
nice.
It's fun. I actually like that one a lot. And then I put a bunch of time into Just Cause 3.
Oh,
nice.
okay.
How do you feel
Which is
about
exactly
it?
it's exactly what you think it is. It's a big open sandbox to blow things up in, and you don't really care why it's happening at all.
And it doesn't really get in the way of why. Like there's a couple tutorials in the beginning.
Yeah. They very wisely like Square Enix knows exactly what that game is. So yeah.
Well, that's cool. So you were playing like all the free PlayStation Plus games then?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they were actually good this month. I'm so glad. Yeah.
So you finished Freedom Cry. What is your taco rating?
Oh.
I'd probably say if you like Black Flag, this is a solid 3 out of 5. It's got a lot of the same elements. There's
if you
not
don't
a
like
ton
Black
of depth
Flag,
to
does
it.
the rating change?
If you don't like Black Flag, you're not gonna like this. That's for sure.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like
So 0
Black
out of
Flag
5
with,
if you don't
with
like
a much
Black Flag.
smaller map and without all the upgrades and with only one ship and all that stuff like that. So
yeah.
it's a very,
I like
very
the sliding
condensed version.
scale, but I like the sliding scale of like if you like Black Flag, then it's 3 out of 5. If you don't like Black Flag, it's 0 out of 5.
If you don't like Assassin's Creed, which I'm not really in love with that series anymore, the boat stuff kind of helps. But ultimately, I'm still not like. It still doesn't make me care anymore that there's a new Assassin's Creed game coming out.
Man,
Now,
but Egypt though.
What was the name of it again? Assassin's Creed Boats.
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 The sequel.
The sequel.
That's quite the callback.
Yeah, that was many moons ago.
I don't know how you can call back from that long ago. My brain has totally forgotten about anything that happened then.
So
And that's it. Good.
I played a ton of stuff.
Okay.
Let's hear about it.
Ton of stuff. So Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy.
Yeah. Okay.
Been playing that. It's a good time. We're making our way through the first Crash Bandicoot game.
Now, are you jumping around at all, or are you going to go through these things in order?
I'm going to go through them in order.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah. So playing the first game, it's gorgeous. It's so hard. My wife, I bought it for her actually because she was like, she came home from house sitting and was just like, I was kind of expecting that you would just surprise me and have bought it, and I was like, what? Like I didn't realize
She likes
I had,
to keep you on your toes, huh?
Yeah, I was like, I didn't realize I had clearance to purchase this thing just out of the blue. So, because she's the CFO.
Yeah.
I need budget approval for game purchases. You know?
Right, yeah, that makes
sense. So anyway, a few days later, I waited till that kind of remark had kind of floated out of her memory, and then I went and bought it and brought it home. So
nice.
But yeah, so she was playing it a bunch. There's a video of her playing it and screaming and doing all kinds of stuff on my Twitter.
Do you have any videos of the little tiki guy going, who do we got?
I don't know.
We need some of those, Adam. Who do we got?
But yeah, that game is super hard, and the controls are not super great. It's just like the original. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to, once I get into Crash 2, how the controls are way better. So, anyway.
Yeah.
But good times. Good times all the same. Then I had my brother-in-law over, and we played a bunch of Titanfall 2. Just online, just playing the multiplayer, having a great time, getting in big shooty robots. And
now, when
and
you say we,
people.
is there like split screen, or are you?
No, we're just trading off. You know?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. That very night, I hopped in. I was thinking, I got some time to play, but I was kind of stressed out from the day. You have those.
Oh,
you have those
no,
days.
I've been there. Yeah, I've been there.
And so I was like, I don't really want to play any more Resident Evil 7 right now. So I'm gonna go back into Breath of the Wild. And so
Adam, hang on. Let's just tell it like it is. You were too scared. You were too scared.
No, I've gotten over
we're
my.
Gonna get to that.
Yeah. So I've gotten over like that. I don't want to play it because I'm too scared. Feeling with Resident Evil 7, like
I've heard this before.
But yeah, so I played some Breath of the Wild, and that game is so great for just like mellow exploration. There's some combat, and you can go do crazy, insane, challenging things. But at the same time, like for the most part, the vibe is so chill in that game. I love it. Mm-hmm. So, and then so then the following evening, there I was. This was last night,
right?
And
okay.
I find myself with a few hours, house to myself. I get into that Resident Evil 7. Now, I played probably like 4 hours of it last night. So I definitely made some good headway. It's kind of funny because I was telling Mike, in the lead up to the new It remake, the movie of, the Stephen King's It.
The one with the clown.
Yeah, so I've seen the old Tim Curry movie, and I had never read the book, so I'm reading the book right now, or listening to it on audible.com.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Did you sign up through audibletrial.com/SBFVGS?
You bet I did, David.
All right, nice.
Just like our listeners should.
Yeah,
So anyway, but yeah, I'm listening to It because I want to see like the remake and see if it's, I'm sure, I don't know if it'll be as good as the original, but it's it looks cool. So anyway, but I'm doing that, and then I play Resident Evil 7, and already around my house, like I've been seeing like balloons laying around, and it's creeping me out hardcore.
Why?
Because I just can't imagine why you do this to yourself. I can't in a million years. Why would you be playing RE7 and reading through It?
Yeah, it seems like a bad decision.
And so I was all alone. We got some balloons from John's Incredible Pizza Company.
Oh, so there is an actual reason for those balloons. It's not just random balloons.
Have you never seen It?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't watch scary movies.
You've never seen It? Oh my gosh, no. I'm still scared of Tim Curry.
Yeah.
I don't want to sully my memory of Tim Curry. I love him from Home Alone 2 and Annie and what else? He's been in so many
he's great.
things.
Don't be wrong. I'm sure we could be buds and hang out all the time, and then maybe he'd eat me.
Yeah, and then maybe he'd tell you, Michael, we all float down here.
Yeah, I know.
You'll float too, Michael.
I'm glad I don't have that memory of him.
Gotta stop now. I'm very scared.
So yeah. Anyway, so already I'm like super scared of clowns because of Tim Curry's It, and now I'm reading the book, and it's like way more descriptive, way more horrifying.
Of course,
and then I sit down, and I'm playing Resident Evil 7, and I get to this part with the freaking clown and a bunch of balloons, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like what is happening? And then I'm walking through my house, and there's a balloon just sitting in the hallway, and I'm like, oh. So
it's a nightmare house.
It's a nightmare house, and I've been pumping scary stuff into my head. So I played till like 12:15, and I was like, I gotta go to bed because I got work in the morning, and I go and lay down, and I'm just laying there, completely 100% awake for like an hour. It's like there's no sleep happening in this room.
So you should have just gone and played more Resident Evil, right?
But yeah, so I just got to the part where, I mean, I don't want no spoilers or anything, but just past the second time you see that little clown thingy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
cool.
You see it more than once. Spoilers.
What'd you say?
Nothing. It was dumb.
Oh,
okay. Keep going. Cool.
So, anywho, yeah. So that's what I've been playing.
All right.
A lot of good times, a lot of scary times.
Now, the reason I wanted to go first before you guys decided the last shall be first and the first shall be last is I've been streaming almost everything that I've played lately.
Yes.
So If you go, we actually crossed the 100 subscriber threshold on YouTube.
Yay!
So now we have
right.
a fancy, handy dandy new URL, which is just youtube.com/SBFVGS. Go there. You'll see all the videos of the live streams I've done in the past. And you'll see all the new live streams because I stream to YouTube now. I still stream to Twitch as well. But we've been getting a lot more activity on YouTube. So that's kind of where I've been sticking to lately. But I see both chats and everything. So you go where you want, but YouTube's better. Anyway. So there was a new No Man's Sky update, which we'll talk about. We already alluded to it a bit. I've been playing No Man's Sky. Having lots of base problems, not being able to finish quests because it's still a buggy game. Like the fact that my base sunk into the ground means I can't complete any of my base quests. Even if I build a new base, I can't do the old quest. So I have to start over again from scratch.
It still never came out of the ground.
No, it never came out of the ground.
So yeah, like I thought maybe like if you left the planet, came back, maybe it would like be sitting there.
No, I left the planet, came back, I teleported to a different base. I built a new base, and all of my dudes spawned in this new base. But because I'm still doing quests for them for the old base version of them, I can't finish their new. I can't talk to them. It's very weird. So I'm going to have to start over if I want to do the base building quest, because that's like the part of the game I haven't seen yet, because that was added in the last year. So
yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to probably have to restart No Man's Sky, but I had a lot of fun weird errors there. Yeah. I've been playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. That, spoiler alert, is probably going to be my game of the year. So just putting that out there.
And it's not even actually out yet.
No, it's not even out yet. I streamed the entire game of Layers of Fear, which is a spooky game. I call it a spooky stream, where I put a webcam on in the corner, and if I get scared, you see it on my face. So that's the only stream I'm doing with a webcam right now.
Yeah, I got Layers of Fear free through Xbox Live, I want to say a month or two ago.
Oh,
and
it's on?
I haven't tried it yet.
I didn't realize it was on Xbox.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It's mostly a walking simulator, but it's a spooky walking simulator. So, I really enjoyed it. It's the first one I've played.
And that's one thing, just to cut in and make it all about me again.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's one thing I'm really loving about Resident Evil 7 is all the little kind of Silent Hill-ish and or Silent Hills-ish touches like that, where you'll see like a ball just roll across the room. You're like, what's going on? Whoa.
Yeah, just some of that in Layers of Fear too. Yeah,
they just do weird stuff to freak you out, or just even the ambient sounds. It's not always. It's weird because sometimes the sound you're hearing is an enemy coming, and so you have to look and you have to be alert. But sometimes it's just there to freak you out. And
then sometimes it's Grandma singing again.
Oh gosh, I hate Grandma.
Have you heard any of that? Have you heard Grandma singing yet?
I don't know if I've heard her sing, but I hate her. I hate her so much.
Yeah. So let me just tell you what in Resident Evil 7, if you hear like in the background, it's like that's Grandma singing. It's very weird.
Oh, so if you go find her, she's singing, or is there a way to find her?
If you run up to her, she'll stop. So it took me a while to realize it was Grandma, and what I realized is, it's the sound Grandma makes when she's teleporting around the house, because you know how she'll like be somewhere and then she'll be gone. So like whenever you hear that sound, it means she's moved to a different part of the house, and it's so creepy. Anyway, and Grandma's creepy.
Grandma has a special teleporting wheelchair because
she'll
be downstairs just creeping me out, and then like an hour later she's completely up 2 flights of stairs like. Hanging out up there to creep me out. It's like, Grandma. Like, Grandma. I don't know, and I don't want to I don't want to shoot her. I feel like that would be mean.
I don't think you can. I think it takes away your ability to shoot when you're looking at her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I haven't tried because she's not attacking me. I don't want to waste my precious bullets.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, but Layers of Fear.
Yeah, Layers of Fear, good. The whole stream is up on our YouTube if you want to watch it. Awesome. I had a really good time with it.
How long is it?
It's like 4 hours. Nice and short. Yeah,
nice.
I liked it. So let's see. What else have I been playing? I've kind of lost track. Play a little bit of Destiny, a little bit of Overwatch, tiny little bit of Overwatch. I feel like there's one more thing. Oh yeah, Borderlands. Duh.
Oh yeah, the Super Borderlands boys.
Yeah, the Super Borderlands boys have been in the house. That's so lame.
No, tell me more.
Wait, so it's you
Yeah.
and Casey and Travis, right? The Super
And
Borderlands boys.
It was Nicholas Wagner, but he's decided he doesn't like the game anymore, so he's out.
Nikolai Wagner, is he spoiled by Destiny? He's like, Borderlands is dead to me now?
Oh boy. Nick is currently in a position where he feels like the only first person shooter he likes is either Overwatch or Destiny. And like he prefers the way those games feel, so he won't play any other ones now, which is a bummer. So anyway, that's enough about that. So we're currently trying to replace Nick. We've reached out to Miss Maya. She's real busy, but we're trying to get her in there, and also Ashley might take their. And you know what's funny about both of them is neither of them are technically boys, but they're honorary boys. Really,
I'm really enjoying this new section of the podcast where we just put Nick Wagner on blast.
Yeah, Nick Wagner on blast. He has terrible opinion. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so Super Borderlands boys. Tune in. It's probably our most popular thing we're streaming right now. So
cool.
And we'll probably transition that into Super Destiny Boys when Destiny 2 comes out. So, and I know Mike is super excited about that one.
So excited.
I know he'll be there for every stream, prompt and on time.
Oh, yeah.
And also I've been playing Sonic Mania, which is incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Mike's
I was really excited about that.
Mike, bring that one up.
Have you picked that one up yet?
Nah, and never.
Never, huh?
Nah.
Well, I will say Sonic Mania should probably win soundtrack of the year because the music in that game is unbelievably good.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. But also the gameplay is fun. I really like Sonic. I tend to play Sonic not quite as gotta go fast as the game can get. I like kind of take my time with the levels, explore, try to go paths I've never gone before. And all the boss battles in Sonic Mania are what make that game fresh. Because for the most part, Sonic Mania feels like Sonic 1 through 3. A lot of a couple of the levels, not a lot, but like maybe 2 or 3 of the level designs are lifted from like the first Sonic 1, Sonic 2. I think there's a Sonic 3 level in there. But then they also have a bunch of new tile sets and new songs. But all of every level ends with a boss fight now. That was not the way Sonic used to be.
Right. Yeah, it used to be you just run through the end and it's like,
done. Yeah, and so every level ends with a boss fight, and all, except for the first boss fight, all of them are new, at least to me. I've never seen them before. So, and one of them, I don't want to spoil things, but they're unconventional sometimes.
Don't spoil a Sonic game. I'm sure the plot will...
All right, I'll spoil it just because Mike said that. One of the boss battles, all of a sudden, the interface changes completely, and you're like, what's going on? What is this? And all of a sudden, you're playing like a Tetris-style, like match... It's more like Dr. Mario. You match like 3 or 4 colors... in a row, and then like you take away those from your row, and then they go to Dr. Robotnik's side, and you're fighting against Dr. Robotnik playing this puzzle game together, and that's the end of that's a boss battle at the end of a Sonic level. Yeah, there's so much love poured into that game.
Have you found the Easter egg where back at the 25-year anniversary when they unveiled the game, there was like this horrific audio glitch with this buzzing sound through the whole thing?
They had a bad mic cable or whatever. I found that. It's like right at the end of one of the levels, and I heard it and I was like, oh my gosh.
So that's hilarious, and one of the developers confirmed that that's what it was. They took the buzzing sound and they put it into the game.
Yeah, so the really neat thing, and I know Mike couldn't care less, but the really neat thing about Sonic Mania is that instead of Sega trying and failing to make a new Sonic game like they have for the last 15 years, they found like a team of enthusiastic Sonic fans that were already like recreating the Sonic engine on their own, like without Sega's input, and they actually got a cease and desist for one of the things they were doing from Sega. And then Sega was like, you know what? Wait a minute. Why are we punishing these people that love our game so much? So instead of that, they're like, hey, why don't you try making Sonic CD, and port it to like the iPhone, and I think they ported it to PS4. There was Sonic CD came out recently on a bunch of platforms, and it was this team that basically wrote a Sonic engine from scratch that was identical to the original Genesis one that could run on modern hardware. So they rebuilt the engine, and then they put all the assets in and matched Sonic CD exactly. And the game sold pretty well, and Sega was like, "All right, you guys get to make your own Sonic game now."
That's
and
awesome.
so this team went from being fans of Sonic to developers of Sonic. So it's really cool, and I kind of feel like Nintendo could benefit from that approach, actually, because there's a lot of fans that are like making and remaking like Super Metroid games and Mario side-scrolling games that are like actually really good and fun. And they always just send, and also remaking Zelda games, and they just send them cease and desists, and like the project gets almost done, and then it gets shut down. And if you were lucky enough to grab the torrent link, you could download it, but otherwise it just disappeared into the ether forever. Instead of doing that, Nintendo, how about you take these developers that would probably work for almost nothing to get to make a Sonic game, or I'm sorry, a Mario game or a Metroid game? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think Sega's onto something here. So that's all I'm saying, really.
You can pay them unfairly, Nintendo. Come on. Don't you love that kind of thing?
I mean, don't do that if you can afford not to, but I'm just saying, established developers would probably charge more than upstarts. That's all I'm saying. So, there you go. That's my idea, Nintendo. You should take that idea and run with it. Also, I'd be very good at running Nintendo. Okay, I'm done.
All right, so now it is time for the Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover Fortnightly News Wrap-Up. The news! We got quite a few items, but this one really tails off of the game you were playing, Sonic.
Okay.
It's a breaking news story. This is an exclusive.
Oh, it's no one else has this story?
No one else has the scoop.
Okay. But
the Nintendo Switch supports blast processing, you guys.
What?
I've seen it all over Sonic, all over this game. So much blast processing. Just putting it out there. It's a hardcore exclusive.
Man, that's a big deal. Like,
it is. It only took them like 20 years to get there.
Man, it sounds like Nintendo does what Nintendo didn't in the 90s. Now,
I guess so.
Nintendo didn't.
All right, so let's see. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the No Man's Sky massive update.
Massive.
They added story missions. There's some different.
There's like 30 hours of story.
Yeah. There's some focus now. Now your base can sink into a solid surface. That's a new feature.
I'm not the only person that's happened to, by the way. It also happened to friend of the show, Ultimate Kills, aka Casey.
Well, it's clearly a feature then. It helps
he had his base. He watched his base
not have to do those pesky quests you didn't want to do in the first place.
Yeah, it's a real bummer. The game is still missing polish, and I don't know what to do about that. I can't. I've had a lot of fun with No Man's Sky, but I just can't recommend it because of that. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to recommend it, but it just I've experienced so many bugs that make me have to start completely over again. So.
Yeah,
I don't know, but so that's not all they've added. They've also added a couple new biomes, a desert
grass.
one, and they made the grass super high resolution. Right? Is that
there's so much?
What was the
grass.
headline? What was the headline you were talking about?
I'm trying to find it.
It's like players are too busy looking at grass.
Players. Here it is. No Man's Sky players are marveling at the lush new grass.
Man, it's almost as exciting as watching grass grow. Am I right? But,
man, it's so beautiful, you guys. I'm just going to be here marveling. I don't know if I'm going to be really talking much the rest of the episode.
This is the worst podcast ever.
That's great. They've added a bunch of new ships.
You're talking about grass.
Yeah, they added a bunch of new ships, and the game is fun if you can manage to avoid all the bugs. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So this is kind of cool. So Nier Automata has effectively saved Platinum Games in the wake of Scalebound's cancellation.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool story that basically one of the developers, Hideki Kamiya, had tweeted that it wouldn't be an exaggeration that Platinum was rescued by Yoko Taro, who's the game director for that game.
Nier. Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It has basically enabled them, given them a bunch of new fans, and then also their applicants, the level of applicants coming in and wanting to work for them now is way up. And it's kind of really timely that this game hit so big for them, because they had a couple of misses, like Legend of Korra, and I think that Ninja Turtle game was theirs. And so, yeah, they had a couple of misses, and then and then Scalebound get canceled. And so if this game had bombed, that studio might have been in some serious trouble.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty cool for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it seems like Platinum Games was in a weird phase, especially last year, where it seemed like they had announced a new game every month they were working on. I was like,
yeah, it was so weird.
This is not sustainable. What's going on? And yet, it turns out all these, well, not all, but a lot of these games just weren't very good.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
All right, so PS4 firmware 5.0 beta has rolled out today. This is Thursday the 17th as we're recording. And it adds PS4 Pro, 1080p, 60 frames per second, Twitch streaming, message and notification improvements. So there's some cool stuff that's coming for the PlayStation firmware. And I think the coolest stuff for me was the broadcast stuff. So it was talking about how communities, if you have communities, you can now link to live gameplay broadcasts in the communities.
Oh, that's really cool.
In your SBFVGS PlayStation 4 community, which you should be a part of.
But do you have to be streaming on your PlayStation 4? Because I know how sometimes you can't watch live streams on PS4 unless you're streaming from your PS. I would have to be using the PS4 to stream the game. Is that?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, and this one will tie
idea.
into it. Yeah, I'm sure they want you streaming from the PS4, but yeah. So PlayStation VR is there's a new setting titled Display Message, and that'll allow spectators and spectators' comments to be viewable basically in cinematic mode and VR mode.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of other stuff, but
there's some family stuff, right? Where you can have.
Yeah, they're making it easier to manage your kids' accounts and stuff like that. So. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And this one, you guys, I'm very, very excited for.
Okay.
Uncharted.
Mm-hmm.
The Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
It comes out, if you're listening to this on Monday, it comes out tomorrow, you guys. Tomorrow.
So excited.
I'm sure you guys will have fun with that.
Oh, man. I'm so jazzed. Yeah, it's getting good reviews in general. I think it was sitting at 86 on Metacritic last time I looked.
Yeah.
So I mean, a couple of knocks against it that people are saying is that it just feels very much like Uncharted 4, which I don't have any complaints about that. But
nope.
And then the story and the characters are supposed to be excellent. And then of course, let's not bury the lead. The most important thing about this game is that at any moment you can pause it. And you could be doing the craziest neck breaking or punching a dude or flying off a cliff in a Jeep, and then you can pose the face of Chloe with these weird faces and then take your super sweet screenshots.
Duck face, a little winky face. There's a lot of great ones.
It looks pretty amazing.
If I was going to be getting that game, that's what I would probably end up doing the most often. But yeah, you guys know about me and Uncharted. I'm done. I felt like Uncharted 4 was a fitting end to the series. I kind of felt like 3 was a fitting end to the series, and I won't be getting it. And I feel sad about it because I want to be excited about a new Naughty Dog game, but I've played enough Uncharted, and I've especially hearing Uncharted. The Lost Legacy is more of the same of Uncharted 4, but with less varied locations. I don't know.
There's nothing worse than playing a fantastic piece of art in motion.
I already did do that though.
Beautiful.
But who's got the time? I'm playing Sonic Mania. It's so good.
That is a fantastic. Have you seen the graphic design in the menus of that game?
Oh gosh, the menus. Yeah, sure. There's nothing I have more fun with than menus.
You can't arbitrarily decide what's art and what's not.
Here's this gameplay that's literally 25 years old, but man, they made another Uncharted. Oh gosh.
Ugh.
Here's the thing: I didn't just get a new good Sonic game 2 years ago, like I did Uncharted 4. So.
It does. So if we had missed Uncharted a little longer, maybe the excitement level would be higher for you.
I just played Uncharted 4. It felt like the end. Give me something new, Naughty Dog. Give me something new. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm all about the new. I want something new.
Well, here's something new from Valve that we were all clamoring for.
Oh my gosh. So okay, hang on. Let me set the scene, all right? Okay. So they're having their Dota 2 championship, I believe. Or it's some sort of conference where there are a lot of people gathered, and
none
Valve
of us know because none of us care.
Well, we used to care about Valve.
About Dota?
No, not about Dota. Yeah, none of us care about Dota. But so Valve set the scene. There were thousands, maybe, there were probably thousands of fans in this arena, and they're like, we have something new to show you guys. And they preface it as like a new game or something. Everyone's like,
oh my gosh,
Valve's
Portal 3
making a new game.
Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3. Oh my gosh, Left 4 Dead 3.
Oh my
gosh, Ricochet 3. I think any 3. And up comes these cool red, green, and blue gems. Ooh, what is this? And then it says artifact, and everyone's like, what is that? And then it says a Dota 2 card game underneath it. And we're like, no! If you listen to the reveal, you hear the crowd booing as the wind is taken out of their sails. Nobody wanted this game.
Do you guys want me to hit you with an exclusive piece of news?
Yes.
Okay. I can tell you exactly when Half-Life 3 is coming out.
Never.
No, it's going to come out someday.
Oh, is it?
The very second the Valve had to cram microtransactions into that thing, you're going to see Half-Life 3. That's the only thing they care about right now.
That's true. Well, Steam is doing so well, they have no incentive to make anything that their fans want. So they can just do whatever they want to do. And yeah, there it is. So yeah, go watch the reaction video because the fans are not happy.
And Casey, that was from Casey. Also, Casey has submitted this news story about the drug-fueled survival game We Happy Few, which is hitting retail this next spring. Yeah, so Mike, you and I were talking about this a little bit. This is pretty cool because when it came out, it was this really cool aesthetic. It kind of has this Fahrenheit 451 vibe, this dystopian, and it's got BioShock, shades of BioShock.
Yeah, it's got a lot of BioShock. Really cool. I think it's former developers from BioShock. It came out in
early access, but I don't know if that was communicated very well because I thought it was out. I thought it was just out too. And was just this.
That's kind of my problem with early access games in general, especially ones that come to retail. Yeah, sometimes that's not very, very clear.
Yeah,
but in this case, yeah, you could pick that game up, and I think it was $30. And it was kind of a take on a survival game. You're basically trying to escape the city. It's procedurally generated.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
And if you die, it's over, and you have to start over. But then they announced it coming out in, I think it's April, or I don't know if they determined specifically when it was coming
April
out.
13th, 2018.
Now it's going to be $60. And it's going to include it sounds like a full-blown story mode.
Yeah,
so
they said more than 250
awesome.
Unique encounters, a full-length story campaign, 3 playable characters. So yeah, it sounds like a nice chunk of stuff to do.
Yeah, and basically it sounds like they showed off a bunch of really cool stuff a while back. There was some really cool intro sections that had all the story to it. And then essentially when the game came out, none of that stuff was actually there. People were kind of bummed, hoping they were going to get more of a BioShock-y kind of game. And Gearbox actually stepped in, was like, some of the stuff you guys showed, there's a lot of potential there. Do you think you can make it more like that? And so they decided to go ahead and partner with Gearbox and invest a lot more money into the game and justify that $60 price tag. And I'm really excited about it. I think that's a huge change for the better.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to have our old friend of the show, Joe King, on to talk about it at some point in the future.
That would be really good.
Yeah.
I would enjoy that.
Indeed.
Yeah, guys. I'd like that.
I'd like that. A lot.
And that wraps up the news. Are you guys ready for some tweets?
I was born ready for the tweets. I've said that before. I know I've said that before.
No, you've never said it.
I mean, I've never said that before, guys. Brand new, fresh jokes here for you on the SBFVGS podcast, episode 76.
Never repeat a bit.
Mike, do you have those tweets handy?
Oh, is this my thing?
This is.
Oh my god! He literally just said we never repeat a bit, and then he went ahead and did a bit that he's done 1,000 times now.
That's the bit.
That's the bit. There you go. All right.
So yeah, this week we sent out a community question and asked everyone, if you had to swear off all games but one, released or unreleased, for the rest of 2017, what would be your one game? Do you guys now? Here's the question. Do you guys want to hear what the community says first, or do you guys want to make it all about you?
Yeah, I want them to answer, and then I think we should weigh in.
Okay.
Yeah, I want them to answer, and then I'll probably steal one of their answers for mine.
Okay, fair enough. Felipe answered it and said, "My name is Mayo."
Is that even a real game? I've never even heard of it.
You've never heard of that game?
No, it's the game
out.
with like the cheap platinum you can get in like 15 minutes.
Yep.
By just like tapping on this mayo jar.
Oh no. Gameplay trailer. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, you go Google
Yeah,
that.
so I was joking with him. I was like, are you going to go for that platinum?
He said not sure yet.
Oh no way.
Casey wrote in and said Destiny 2 comes out. Or sorry, when Destiny 2 comes out, I'll basically be swearing off all their games anyway, except for Hearthstone.
Oh, Hearthstone.
Oh, I told you the Hearthstone to you, lad. Yeah, I'll probably be in that boat, actually, now that I think about it. Destiny 2, unless it's terrible, but we'll see.
No, thank you. Barry Ingram said Mass Effect 2. Good pick. That is a solid game you could spend the rest of this year playing.
By the way, I just want to point out that was
six times. I don't know.
That was a very surprising answer from him, because of all of the folks that play Destiny on our Discord server that we all talk together, he has by far the most time in Destiny 1. So I thought for sure he was going to say Destiny 2, but instead he said Mass Effect 2. So
well, Mass Effect has a story. What are you going to do?
So does Destiny, my friend. You just haven't experienced it because you didn't play it.
I did play it. I played it and I quit.
The beta.
Yeah.
That's all you've played.
I played it and I quit. Ashley wrote in and said Overwatch. I'm still obsessed with it even now.
That's crazy. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a good time to be in there. Doomfist is out. That dude is super fun to play.
Yeah.
And there's another new thing, right? Oh, all those summer skins and Lucio Ball's back and
yeah, I don't care about Lucio Ball.
Stuff.
That's boring.
Poor, you've got that great new ranked
poor
mode
man's
where the
Rocket
ball
League.
sometimes disappears and then your match will never end. Have you heard about that?
What's that?
Have you heard about the Lucio Ball glitch where the ball will disappear and you'll be stuck in the match and you can't, like if you leave, you're marked as a quitter or whatever because it's competitive. So people are just trapped in Lucio Ball matches with no ball.
That's where they deserve to be. Lucio Ball's done. John Leolo wrote in and said South Park, The Fractured. Is it The Fractured? I thought it was Fractured But Whole.
Yeah, The Fractured But Whole.
Okay. I don't know. I've never seen them in there before, but then again, I can't read. So,
yeah.
He said I've been waiting for that game for a long time.
And that's going to be good, but I have a feeling that was going to be only about 12 hours like the last one was.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be super duper long.
But if you're a super fan, you replay it a couple times, do things, maybe build out your character a little differently, what have you.
Anthony Rossi wrote it and said, easy, Destiny 2, plenty of social components, solo patrolling, and community events.
And that sweet SBFVGS clan that everyone's using.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's in it.
Everyone who matters is in it.
All the cool kids are in there.
Oh, Mike's not in it. Oh, I guess my statement's still true.
Yeah, probably. Josh Bailey said, due to the busy schedule, I've essentially already done this with Horizon. Now, do you think that still counts? Like, if you're still playing Horizon, do you get to play the DLC? Or do you have to pick the DLC only?
I mean, the DLC only, that's pretty short, I think.
Yeah.
But since it's not coming out till November, I mean, I guess it would last for the rest of the year. Be fine.
If it was DLC only, the first DLC for Breath of the Wild would mean you could only look at where you've been on the map and put on some masks, and that's all you would be able to do. So that would be a shame.
We got like a million responses here. I'm gonna jump through just a couple. I apologize if I skipped yours. Maya wrote in and said, I feel like I could totally dump some time into Persona 5. That's still on my list. I gotta get to that at some point.
Yeah, you could definitely spend the rest of the year just playing Persona 5.
Yep. Easy peasy.
Yep. Let's see here. Quidgy Boderden said Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Okay.
San Andreas? That's not 5, right? That's old.
No, he's talking
4.
about the one after Vice City. Yeah.
He's not the only person. Someone else really likes the Miami one. I don't remember what that one's called.
Vice City?
That's Vice City.
Vice City, yeah.
That was like the last one I played.
Some people prefer the old Grand Theft Auto games. So
there you go.
The only one I've ever beaten was 3.
I beat both 3 and Vice City, then I never played another Grand Theft Auto.
The only one I've beaten is 4, actually. So there you go.
I couldn't beat it. They're just too long.
I gotta go back and look now. I wonder how long these games actually are. In comparison, they're probably not very long at all.
I know, like compared to like Horizon or something.
Yeah. NTFTT Pod wrote in and said probably Splatoon 2 or ARMS if online play is allowed. And of course,
wow. Man, that's high praise.
Yeah.
Man, they love their Switch games. They tuned in for the Sonic stream and they gave us a little shout out and everything. It was great.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Aura wrote in and said Breath of the Wild, almost 200 hours in, why stop now?
Man, he's more than doubled, or she has more than he or she, I don't know.
Oh,
he has more than more than doubled my time, and that I feel ashamed now.
Fed wrote in Final Fantasy 14, little MMO action there.
Yeah, with MMOs you could definitely just dedicate yourself and just play only that.
I bet you could play World of Warcraft for like 10 years and not see everything that's in that game.
Some people have played for 10 years.
That's true.
Let's see here. Gamer Princess had the correct answer, which is Uncharted. It doesn't matter which one you pick. It doesn't have to be any specific Uncharted. They're all great.
Now, what is
maybe Golden Abyss? I don't know.
Are you kind of cheating if you say like the Nathan Drake collection? You get 3 games out of it.
You know, it is a single release.
Technicality. You're getting by on a technicality.
Same with like Crash Insane Trilogy. You know, you're getting 3 games out of this thing.
Yeah, that's just smart. That's just smart picking right there.
The Drake legacy over on Crash, though, probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. Ruben wrote in and said, considering the time sync that was D1, I'd have to say Destiny 2.
Nice, good answer. There's the right answer. But
released this year, Horizon is a great sandbox.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
First answer was right.
Well, debatable. Dave Clam said Shadow Tactics or MLB 17 the show. I don't know what Shadow Tactics is.
I have no idea.
I'm behind the times. I don't know what that is.
We're on a video game podcast and we don't know a game that our listener just
Well, it's not a very good video game podcast.
But yeah, let's be fair.
We have established that.
It's a halfway there. People don't come for up-to-date information.
It's a living on the prayer podcast, right?
Yeah.
We're halfway there. We'll make it, I swear. All right.
Okay, I'm going to copyright strike now. Hold on. Joseph Grimm, Fallout 4, side quests, settlements, exploring, guns, armor, chems.
Yeah,
crafting.
He's not wrong. That game is enormous.
Yeah, that's a really good answer. You could definitely play that the rest of the year.
Or just, make some presidents. I don't know.
make all the presidents. That would probably take the rest of the year too.
And the very, very last person to respond was the Origami Killer.
Oh my gosh.
This question feels like my territory.
And then the Origami Killer started following us, which spooked me.
That's very sinister.
It's a little spooky.
They didn't send us any questions or anything, right?
No, I don't think so.
No, just to follow.
Huh.
Yeah, so
just something for you to be worried about.
Something.
So what about you guys?
I feel like my answer would have to be The Witcher 3 because I still have not beaten that, and I could definitely do nothing but play that game, and I would probably. I'd probably finally beat it, and it would be the end of the year.
Well, that's a fantastic pick, Adam. Let me run this by you. The question says released or unreleased.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you be willing to not play Uncharted Lost Legacy for the rest of 2017?
Yeah. I would be all right.
That game. Game will 100% be spoiled for you by next year.
Probably. I don't know. I feel like
I would make it my point to spoil it for you.
Oh, wow. Guys, you're seeing Mike's true colors right now. He's not as nice as he sounds on this
I don't think
podcast,
I've
so-
ever told anyone I was nice.
Yeah, I'm going with The Witcher 3 because I've really only played like 8 hours of that game, so I still have like another 200 or so.
Solid pick. I love that game.
I'm proud of you for sticking to your guns, Adam.
Yeah,
and
I'm
following your heart.
100% going to play Uncharted Lost Legacy.
If that was your only game,
I have to play this year.
In 6 hours after you beat the game, you'll be so bored for the rest of the year.
I don't think it'll be 6 hours short. I think it'll be longer than that.
It's 6.5 hours long.
I think I'll spend more time than that.
Okay. I don't know what you'll be doing.
getting all the nooks, all the crannies.
I love the crannies. That's my favorite part.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a trophy for getting all the crannies.
Gosh, I hope so.
It's like a bronze for the nooks and a silver for the
Crannies
crannies.
sounds a little too much like grannies, and then that's
David.
I think that's really weird.
Don't you worry about them granny crannies.
Oh no, Mike! No,
Granny crannies. No, that's it. When we got to make a new SBFVGS t-shirt.
Is that going to be
We
the
got
title of this
all
episode?
the granny crannies.
All the granny crannies. Oh no,
I don't know what a
that's
granny
terrible.
cranny is, but it sounds
it
fantastic.
sounds terrible. Oh, we went the opposite way with that one. I would probably. Well, so this is tricky. Is it just for the rest of this year? Is that how it works?
Yeah, for the rest of 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy
You gotta
Destiny
swear-
2. It's going to happen anyway, so.
But that's not out for, another couple months here, right? Or
No,
whoa,
it's
a
2
few
weeks. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
it's-
you can survive.
You can
As
tell
of
how,
the release
how
of
close
this
Adam and I are
podcast-
following Destiny 2.
It's not going to be out until next year, right?
No, as of the release of this podcast, Destiny 2 comes out in 16 days. So
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true.
I've been counting the days.
I mean,
Yeah.
we actually, if you go into our SBFVGS Discord and you type in !countdown, it will tell you how many days until Destiny 2. So that's bit.ly/SBFVGS Discord. Then type in !countdown.
I'm trying to open a jar. I'm not pooping on camera, just so you guys know.
And it's
I was making faces. I could tell I
You
was throwing
grunting?
people off.
Were you
Oh,
grunting?
okay.
No, there's this jar, and I can't open it, and that's very
well,
frustrating
they can't
to me.
see you, Mike,
Because I'm a big, strong boy.
but they can't see the
Yeah.
faces that you're making.
Did your wife bring you a jar to open and you're failing her?
She did. She brought me a jar to open, and I'm a complete failure.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, well. So yeah, Destiny 2, easy peasy.
Oh, yeah, you were still talking about Destiny. Okay.
I'm done.
All right. So you guys, have you heard of audible.com?
Wait, what is this now? I mean, I did give the URL earlier in the show, but what is it?
There's a website out there where you can go and listen to just about any audiobook
The
under
devil,
the
you
sun.
say?
Yes. So Audible is offering our listeners a free audiobook if they sign up for the free 30-day trial membership. So you just have to go to audibletrial.com/SBFVGS. You choose from one of the 180,000 audio programs. You download it for
I
free.
did it. I opened the jar. Okay, go ahead.
Nice.
Keep going.
Congratulations.
Michael Lopez,
I knew you could.
interrupter of ads, opener of jars.
Open the jars. I get to stay married.
Oh man, I didn't realize that was on the line. You should have told us that, and then we could have played some dramatic music. It would have been
Oh,
like one of those
Adam
reality
will get
shows.
it in editing. He'll go back.
Yeah. Nice.
So you download this free audiobook, you start listening. It's fun and easy, and it's good to do.
It's good to do. That's what I've heard. Yeah.
So as we talked about earlier, I've been listening to it on Audible.
Oh, gosh. You can't recommend that.
I'm recommending.
Is it narrated by Tim Curry? It
no,
should be.
it's spooky. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, it is not narrated by what's his name?
Tim
Tim Curry. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I would
There-
lose my mind.
There's some now. I have to say a disclaimer. It's not for the faint of heart. It is not only spooky, but there's some stuff that like maybe in the 80s when you're talking about the 50s, this stuff is like the racial stuff he talks about. It's because it's like super insensitive. Like nowadays it feels like jarring to listen to it, but I think back in the day it was probably just a plain and open portrayal of casual racism from the 50s. So it's kind of interesting in that way.
Well, it's a good thing racial tensions in America are all-time low as you're recommending this book.
Right,
No,
yeah.
definitely
It's a good thing we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff anymore in this country. That's great.
Oh man.
But
I'm laughing to cover my pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just be careful because balloons will start to scare you.
Also, isn't there like violence towards children?
Oh yeah, there's plenty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that could be another thing that might disturb you too. So
yeah, it's a very disturbing book. So I mean, I don't think anyone who's reading it is going to be surprised. Like you kind of know what you're getting into.
Because this book is scary.
This is a scary book. I like clowns, and now they're ruined.
I don't know who this Stephen King thinks he is.
But anyway, go to audibletrial.com/SBFVGS. And if you don't like scary things, don't read it. But yeah, audibletrial.com/SBFVGS.
Can I be really honest with you guys right now?
Yeah, no. Yeah, go for it.
My hands really hurt from opening that jar. Don't tell my wife.
I hope she doesn't listen to the show.
Oh,
she'll
no,
find
she
out.
would never.
Oh, all right. Nice. Okay.
She doesn't like video games that much.
Oh. Okay.
So, David.
Yes, sir.
Your topic, good sir.
All right. So I know I emailed you guys about one topic, but instead I think my topic should be, what am I supposed to do for 16 days until Destiny 2 comes out?
Is that your new topic?
No, I'm just kidding. That's not really my topic.
You've sworn off all of their games, so you just have to sit and read it.
Oh, that sounds boring. I hate reading. No,
Well,
okay,
I have a solution for you. I can get somebody to read it to you.
I don't
Just go to
care. It's still boring.
audibletrial.com/SBFVGS.
Without the pic,
Are we still
books-
in the ad? Is that... How do we're trapped in a vortex of Audible trial ads.
It's guerrilla marketing, Adam. This is how you get the most sales.
So the problem with that is there's still no pictures, and I like the pictures.
I don't think you want pictures in it. Again, I'm just going to go back to
I mean, I don't want to read it at all.
very scary
so.
Tim Curry.
I don't like the scary things. And that's why I play scary video games and stream them so you guys can see how much I don't like scary things, because that's entertainment for you guys. Anyway, my real topic is with Crackdown 3 being delayed into 2018, which we talked about, right? We talked about that in the news? Did we?
No, I saved it for the topic.
You skipped it. Okay. So yeah, Crackdown 3 has been delayed into 2018.
Yes.
And the list of Xbox One exclusives is starting to wear a little thin for the rest of 2017, which is not incredibly different than the PS4 exclusives. Like, there aren't a whole lot more PS4 exclusives for the rest of this year. But when you compare the exclusive games that have been released throughout this entire year, the Xbox One's list is by far the shortest. You know, and I have a link there for reference in case you would like to read it. We'll post it maybe with the top with the
blog post.
Podcast or whatever. Yeah. So my question is the Xbox One in trouble? And my follow-up question is, does the Xbox One X, aka Adam, would you do me the honors?
Scorpio.
There we go. Does it have a chance?
Really good.
Yeah, like
I
the
felt
Xbox
that.
One X is coming out this fall, but without a killer app. So, like, what's going on with Microsoft? Are they abandoning Xbox One? Come on, guys, what's going on? Help me figure this out.
So I don't think they're abandoning Xbox One. I think that this is kind of unfortunate timing for one of their big games that was supposed to be the launch title for the Xbox One X. But, you know, now it's like in the fall, basically, they just have the one AAA game, which is Forza Motorsport 7, which, you know, to be fair, it looks incredible on the Scorpio. Excuse me. The Scorpio.
Ooh. Ooh. Can we just do can we do like a whole podcast of you just saying that over and over? I think we could alternate. You could say that, and I could say the news, just back and forth.
And then I can say my famous catchphrase.
Yeah.
Which is?
What is it, Mike? Destiny sucks?
Yeah.
Why does yours
It's
have
like
to be
Destiny.
so negative? Why does yours have to be such a negative Nancy one?
I don't know. I don't have one. Now I feel bad.
Mike, no, you do have one. So basically, I would say Scorpio, and Dave would be like, the
news.
And then you'd be like,
There it is.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Alternately, another one would be, oh, that's my thing?
I think we need someone in the audience to make a techno remix of those three things.
Yeah, let's give him a clean pass. Are you ready?
It's
so
like,
use these clips.
Scorpio.
The news. All right, guys, we're looking for your techno remixes. Send them to our Twitter.
Like that, and then it's like Scorpio. Scorpio.
It's gonna go back to what maybe my catchphrase can be. This is the dumbest podcast.
This is that's great. So yeah, please send us your remixes of our dumb catchphrases, and then we will make this thing go number one.
And that about does it for this week's podcast. Thanks for
good job, guys.
So meat and potatoes topic, of course.
Yeah,
is the Xbox One in trouble?
Yeah,
let's get it back on the rails.
Yeah,
back on the rails. Forza Motorsport. That's what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Crackdown 3 now is spring 2018. I actually think for the game that's probably a good thing, because the game was not like, my take from E3 was that this doesn't really.
Is this a hot take?
My hot take was that I don't know. Or my hot cake. I mean, my hot cake was that this game, it doesn't look that great. I mean, it looks fun, but it doesn't look like visually stunning in any way.
I like that this is your hot cake, though.
Yeah,
that was give our hot cake.
I'm still on hot cake.
So,
I mean, what were your hot cakes, guys?
My hot cake is very similar to yours. Like, people were talking about how Crackdown, I can't stop. How
this is the dumbest.
You broke the podcast.
What is happening right now?
Oh man.
Okay, so here, let me start over. Get a palate cleanser going. So, my hot cake.
You go. Yeah, there you go.
Back after E3, or during E3, I don't remember. Forbes had an article kind of talking about this exact thing, like just kind of evaluating Microsoft's E3 presentation and the Xbox One X announcement. And a quick snippet out of that article, I think, it kind of lines up with what I've thought for a while, which was they said Microsoft has an exclusive games problem, as in it doesn't have enough of them, nor ones that are Game of the Year contenders, like what Sony and Nintendo have been putting out lately.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard someone say that Nintendo might have 2 Game of the Year contenders.
Well,
this
Zelda
year
for sure, right?
Zelda, and then also Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
When they saw it at E3, they're like, "Oh man, this is another really good game." So
yeah, I mean, and so Microsoft's big 2 exclusives coming up. Outside of Forza Motorsport, was just confirmed for this year, I believe. I'm going to fact check that, but yeah, State of Decay 2.
Oh yeah,
and Sea of Thieves. Pretty good. Sea of Thieves, which is awesome, but that's 2018. So yeah, they just have the one game for fall that's exclusive.
But don't forget about Minecraft in 4K.
No, I gotta clarify. That's AAA. So we may have some exclusive indies coming.
Well, there's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It's supposed to come in November.
Yeah, so that I was gonna touch on that game, and then also just basically all of the games that I'm super excited for on Xbox One are indies, which is kind of a strange flip flop from like before. I don't know, like last generation, I played a ton of indies on PS3, and a couple on Xbox. But even though, like, I think a lot of people probably had the opposite experience. But like, The Artful Escape looks awesome.
Yeah,
that's the one where the guy is like platforming around. He's got his guitar. Have you seen this one?
No.
Oh man, it looks so cool. And basically, yeah, you're like fighting bosses with rock and roll. Man,
with the power of rock and roll.
With the power of rock and roll,
like Ted Nugent.
Yeah. Ashen also looks really cool. It's kind of this low poly.
Ori
adventure. Yeah, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Of course, The Last Night, which is hopefully next year. Cuphead, which is coming this year. So, and then like that's probably the game that currently I'm the most excited for on Xbox.
Sure.
I probably agree with you there. Oh, well, maybe PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, just so that I can have a larger base of people to play it with. Because right now, I literally only know 2 people that I like talk to on a regular basis that play PlayerUnknown's regularly, which is
and I think
the handsome-faced Eric and good old Ryan, friend of the show.
Yeah. And I think PlayerUnknown is kind of going to be a bigger deal than I thought when I was watching the E3 conference, because at the time I was like, I've heard the name, but it hadn't quite blown up like it has blown up now.
Yeah,
and
it's gotten bigger and bigger every month. Like, it's the second most populated game on Steam now.
Yeah, and I think
not even just excluding Valve games, like in total.
Right.
So that's amazing.
It surpassed, what was the one it was behind? It was like third place
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike, yeah. So it surpassed that, which is crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think that game, like, I know myself, I'm really excited to finally try it out on console. So I think there's probably a lot of people who've been hearing about PUBG, this, that, and the other, and then they're finally going to get a chance to play it. So that I think that's going to be a bigger deal than, like I said, than a lot of people thought it was going to be when they first saw it.
I think you're right about that.
And then Below from Capybara, but that's probably coming next year or the year after or the year after.
Right. Yeah. But guys, come on. Minecraft in 4K, killer app, right?
Oh, gosh.
No.
It's what they led with when they announced the Scorpio.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I mean, Minecraft is cool. Every so often, I'll get in there with the kids and I'll build something crazy, like an underwater fortress. And I like that, or I could build like a floating garden in the sky with trees and stuff, or an orchard or whatever. But like, it's not something that I can really spend a lot of time in without getting kind of restless.
Yeah.
I will say though, when that new Play Together update or Better Together update comes out, a bunch of us on the SBF Discord are talking about like going in and buying a server and designating it as the official SBFVGS Minecraft server, so like anyone can just pop on. And so if people pay for the server, anyone can just sign on that has like an access code to whatever. So we might like just for fun see what happens if we have a community SBFVGS community Minecraft server that anyone can like have their own little house or whatever. So,
or we could build a massive monument of Michael.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah, we should. He would love it. He would, or we could, even better, we could just make like a monument to Destiny, and Mike could help with that.
I don't have Minecraft, so.
Ooh, for the monument, can we have it be Michael opening a jar?
Yeah,
I like successfully. That would be great.
Or heroically with his chest puffed out.
I like with my big strong hands.
Michael playing. We could have Michael playing Destiny, and he wouldn't be able to stop us because he doesn't have Destiny. Like, we'll make a figure of Michael playing a game, and then on the screen is Destiny, and he can't stop us because he doesn't have Minecraft. So,
just not sure why you want to build a Monument of Lies, but okay.
That sounds like a good game, Monument of Lies.
Yeah,
I'd play that.
Yeah. But anyway, so Crackdown 3, I think it's a good thing that it got delayed. So it will actually, hopefully live up to fans' expectations. I know there's a lot of Crackdown 1 and 2 fans who are really excited for that game. And so I'm hoping it turns out to be really good when it comes out in the spring. But yeah, it does make the fall slim with regards to just AAA exclusives from Microsoft. But yeah, I have to say, well, I mean, it's nothing new. Like this generation, we've seen the PlayStation outselling the Xbox 2-1 or something like that. And so, I mean, it is kind of, that gap has not been closing. Like last generation, it was flip-flopped, but the gap was closing as Sony kept releasing these quality exclusives.
Yeah, they got better as the years went on with PS3.
Yeah, the PS3 started out really rough and then got really good. And the Xbox 360 started out really good, and then toward its latter years, it seemed to be more sparse with exclusives, like quality ones. And it seems like that, like, I mean, well, part of the issue, if you look at, what has been happening, like over at Microsoft, okay, so they canceled Scalebound, they canceled Fable Legends.
Yep.
They closed Lionhead Studios. They closed Press Play. They closed Ion. So some of these internal studios, they're just no more, right? And so that's part of why Sony is now, even though the first few years of the PlayStation 4 weren't littered with exclusives, right? They were surviving off of basically this perception that, all the multiplayer games are going to run way better on PlayStation 4, even if they only ran a little bit better or whatever it was,
That's kind of what the Xbox 360's advantage was in the beginning of its.
For sure.
Like, everyone's like, games run better on 360 and shadows are sharper and blah, blah, blah. And so, it's like the opposite.
So last gen, the PS3 or Sony came out with all these exclusives, and then so now all those first party studios, they still have a bunch of them. They closed a few, but they're now delivering on all of these games. Like we're getting Spider-Man next year. We're getting a new God of War. Everyone's favorite game, Knack 2, is coming.
Oh man, I'm so excited for Knack 2.
But there's
Game of the year 2017. No, I'm just kidding.
And then already they've delivered this year Horizon Zero Dawn. And that's I would say Persona 5. That's an exclusive, but it's not like a first party exclusive.
No, but it's still exclusive.
There's that.
You're getting a new Uncharted here, another.
Yeah,
well, I guess for people listening, like a day.
Yeah, the scary one that just came out. What was that? The with the girl with schizophrenia.
Hellblade.
Hellblade. That's basically an exclusive. Really, it's also on PC, but
yeah, I'm really excited to play that. Actually, I've been hearing it's a really cool game.
Yeah, I've heard that too. So, so here's the thing. I want to clarify that the whole point of this topic is not to bash on Xbox One. I want Microsoft to succeed just as much as I want Sony to, because competition in the marketplace is good for consumers in general. Because if Sony. So, like a big example here, Microsoft knows that it's behind in the race. So, because of that, they are making the consumer-friendly gesture to say, hey, we would love to support cross-platform play between, Nintendo and Sony and PC. Like, let's do it. But because Sony's so far in the lead, they're like, we have no reason to do that. Why would we want to give up our massive install base,
Yeah.
So, if it were more equal footing, if Microsoft and Sony were neck and neck, and then Microsoft was like, yeah, let's do, cross-platform play, then Sony would be a lot more, maybe we should think about that too.
Yeah, we better do something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or if it were closer, maybe Sony would be like, okay, well, maybe we need to figure out backwards compatibility because Microsoft's doing that,
Yeah, exactly.
But as of right now, Microsoft has these pretty, very consumer-friendly things that they're doing, which are awesome, but it's kind of, if the games aren't there, then it's not going to sway the audience. Like I have an Xbox One sitting there. I'm like I said, I'm more excited for the smaller games at this point that are coming to it, because if you're a huge Halo fan, you're a huge Gears fan, then you've been getting some good exclusives.
Well,
I'm just
Halo 5's old now. Like that game came out a long time ago. So
yeah, I'm just not a big fan of those. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those franchises, so I'm not. Those ones don't do it for me, and I'm not a big racing fan, so Forza's not doing it for me either. So that's the problem for me. But I will say, there's still going to be a ton of great games to play this fall on Xbox One. They may not be exclusive. You may not be able to rub it in some Sony fanboy's face, but you still be playing, the new Middle Earth Shadow of War game.
Oh, that's true.
Battlefront 2, Destiny 2, and there's going to be a ton of great games this holiday. So
you reminded me of something I actually kind of wanted to mention earlier in the news section. Shadow of War, Middle Earth. Mm-hmm. How do you guys feel about sexy Shelob?
Oh man,
I haven't seen very much of that yet.
Oh, it's weird.
I don't watch a lot of game trailers.
She's a big spider. Why is she sexy?
But
now?
she can transform into sexy time lady.
Oh, can she? Okay.
Since when?
I thought you were just talking about a big sexy spider for a minute.
No, it's no.
And I was like, yeah, I know, right?
No, she kind of looks like she could be like Arwen's mom now. Like in the past. It's very weird.
Yeah, I remember in the Discord we had a little conversation about this. Like they really didn't need to do that. And I think a lot of people are not fans of the character design. It's just You know, like as Eric put it, you know, now she used to be just like this mysterious old beast spider that's been around for ages, and now she's just like sexy lady number 4. She just looks like very, very generic video game lady.
Yeah,
you know.
Anyway, I just want to bring that up slightly because that was a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, now you guys get me all curious. I haven't watched Trailer, so now I'm googling it.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's weird, right?
I see you talking about. She looks like an extra in an Underworld movie.
Oh my god.
That's really good. Oh.
Yeah, like she's not quite as beautiful as Kate Beckinsale.
But who is really? I mean,
right, exactly.
My wife. That's the answer to that.
Yeah. My future wife someday, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Was that a Borat joke?
Who, me?
What?
Oh, Mike.
No.
Mike's
Yeah, I
busting out the
love
Borat
that movie
jokes.
Borat.
Yeah, I made
timely.
a timely movie reference to Borat.
Yeah, when you said
I like to be on the cutting edge of comedy.
I like your impersonation of Borat.
That was very good.
I like to think of him as a normal everyday guy from California. I think it's my fresh new take on that character.
Yeah,
I like
my
it.
wife.
My wife.
Yeah.
I like it. That's really
How
good.
dare you?
But anyway,
this
yeah. To
topic
wrap up
has
the topic,
gone off the rails a little bit.
I'm really curious to see how the Xbox One does. The Xbox One X, that is.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm really curious to see how that goes because, yeah, there aren't a lot of exclusives on the horizon.
Out of sheer curiosity, I ended up going to look at the NPD sales for July to see what like the top selling games were for each console.
Did you
month.
happen to look at what the top selling console was, by the way? We
What's
kind
that?
of skipped over that. Did you happen to look at what the top selling console was for July?
The Switch.
I'm sure it's on this list. I haven't seen it yet, though. No.
That hot Nintendo Switch is the answer to that question.
The Switch.
Was it? Oh, good. Good for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They finally managed to get enough units over here.
Exactly.
I'm surprised there were enough in stock to do that. But yeah, looking at the NPD sales, top selling games for Nintendo Switch, the top selling game was Splatoon 2. PS4 was Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy.
That's
wild.
Weird.
Xbox One's top
Mind-boggling.
selling game for July was Grand Theft Auto 5,
What?
which is totally nuts to me.
That is so
That's
weird.
so
I mean,
weird.
I get. Didn't they do some big Grand Theft Auto online update or something?
They totally might have.
recently?
I mean, Grand Theft
Yeah,
Auto 5 is also
sort
like the
of.
number 3 on PlayStation 4's list, so it's not like it's...
that game is evergreen. It's like Minecraft at this point. It just sells
they
and
keep
sells.
supporting
It
the
really
online
does.
mode.
It's insane.
They keep supporting the online mode, adding more and more stuff. There's actually the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds inspired mode in Grand Theft Auto 5 now, where you like drop in, you like, you know, parachute in, and then you've got like it's like 4v4, and you have to kill the other team. Anyway, it's pretty interesting.
That's funny.
Yeah, the support for that game is just like
Yeah. I mean,
ever going, ongoing.
so part of me, sometimes I look at the NPD sales, what's actually selling on Xbox Ones, and I don't know if maybe exclusivity is the problem.
Mhm.
Maybe because these third-party games sell so well, and they sell really well on Xbox, maybe they've kind of thought like that's the market that they're capturing, and that's good for them.
Yes. But how does that
I think overall
incentivize
console
people
sales
to
would
pick their
still show
platform?
that even the perceived exclusivity dominance that PlayStation has is like helping push those consoles out the door. So I'd still like to see them come out with like a really awesome AAA exclusive that I really care about.
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping
something
that was going to
new.
be Quantum Break, and it didn't seem like that game really went anywhere.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it got good reviews.
It got good
I
reviews.
bought it, but I have not played it yet, so I can't really weigh in on that one yet.
yeah, you have to let me know because it looked really good. I've never
Did I buy
heard
that
anyone
game?
talk about that game since it came out.
I don't even remember if I bought that game or not. That's a shame.
It looks good. I still want to play it.
Yeah, I know. Good old Dustin Can Fly. He was not. He was not thrilled with the game.
Yeah,
But you know, I think it looks good.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I'm on the same boat as David, right? I want that console to do well. Xbox One X is really amazing hardware. I would just love something like really new and exciting to like throw behind that.
It's some of the best designed hardware I think I've ever seen for a console. Like if you just look at the specs and the way that thing is put together,
And how
I mean,
small
Smaller
it is.
than the Xbox
it's pretty
One. That's
amazing.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Like,
It is an amazing piece of engineering.
that's why I'm so curious to see if it will sell just on the merit of the hardware design, because when we're talking about like Nintendo Switch has this bright future, you have Mario coming in the fall, then I'm sure we're gonna get a visit from Smash pretty soon, and all these other franchises, right?
Goodness.
And Nintendo Switch is just selling like hotcakes, and then you get the PS4, which has like a very bright future. You got Spider-Man, you got God of War, you got a Shadow of the Colossus remake out of nowhere, you got Days Gone, which looks pretty cool to me. Some Horizon Zero Dawn DLC that's coming that I'm super jazzed for, a new Uncharted, coming out tomorrow. And then there's all the games that have already come out this year I haven't even gotten a chance to play yet, like Nier Automata, like Hellblade, like Persona 5.
Neo.
Nice.
Yeah, and Neo, there's all these great exclusives for the console that I haven't even touched, on top of all the great third-party stuff that's always coming. Like, we have Battlefront 2, Wolfenstein 2. Yeah.
Is Assassin's Creed this year?
Yeah. Assassin's Creed's
and
coming
that'll
out,
be a good Scorpio title, actually. They actually demonstrated that game on Scorpio, and I watched it in 4K, and it looked amazing in 4K. So
yeah, like the games I've seen running that really take advantage of the 4K, they look incredible. Like Forza looked unbelievable when I saw that demoed on the Scorpio. But I'm just curious if it will sell on the merit of the hardware and just looking better in 4K than maybe the PS4 Pro does.
Yeah.
I feel like Microsoft is banking on, the PS4 outsold it because it was slightly better performance on multi-platform games for a few years, and now it's also because of exclusives. Now, but I'm wondering if they're banking on that to flip, turn the tide and say, okay, now people are buying their multi-platform games over here, back on Xbox again.
yeah, I don't know. I hope so. My hot cake is that I hope so.
All right, you guys. End of the show plugs for men and women and AI.
Yeah. Oh man, I like that we're keeping that in there, because you never know when those AI are going to take over and be our benevolent overlords.
Inclusive plugs for all. Keep up with us at SBFVGS.com. You can find links to our episodes, our social media like Facebook, Twitter, and Discord, as well as links to SBFVGS merchandise. Like we mentioned before, you can check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/SBFVGS.
Woo, we're official.
Yeah, you can submit news stories for discussion on the show at our subreddit at sbfvgs.reddit.com. And you can support the show by leaving an iTunes review or by signing up for a free audiobook at audibletrial.com/sbfvgs. Let's see. Very special thanks to Eric Kruger for the podcast logo and for his handsome, handsome face. There it is.
Sorry, I was Googling something. I got distracted.
He comes back to your senses like, it's very quiet. They're waiting for me. Oh my gosh.
It's just like being at work.
Oh man.
Follow the show on Twitter at SBFVGS Podcast. I'm on there as Barry White, BURYWITE. Mike is Taco Douglas. David is David J. Tate. You can friend us on PSN under those same names, except for, of course, Mike, who is Taco_Douglas. You can join the SBFVGS PS4 community and the official Destiny clan. And that's all the time we have, you guys.
That's it.
That's all the time.
It was a good time.
Out.
For Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover, episode 76, thank you so much for listening. We'll be back every 2 weeks with 7 things we hate about list articles and other talk on gaming.
You missed the chance to call them listicles there. But.
Hit us up with your questions, topics, or musings if you want to be part of the show. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a trophy for getting all the crannies.
Gosh, I hope so.
It's like a bronze for the nooks and a silver for the
Crannies
crannies.
sounds a little too much like grannies, and then that's
David.
then it gets really weird.
Don't you worry about them granny crannies.